Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. We'll give it a few seconds. Yes, if you're here, type in the chat box, please. My name is Lauren. If I don't know you, we will be doing a 45-minute yoga practice. If you need any props, like a blanket or a block or a bolster, feel free to grab it. Nice. We're going to start seated in a comfortable position. I taught bar earlier. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. If you like to track your movement, feel free to set your watch. But yeah, as always, yogi's choice. You do what feels best in your body. So finding a nice, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. And find that nice, tall spine. Allowing the sacrum to root down into the floor and the top of the head to reach up past the ceiling. Options are palms on the knees, palms up in a position of surrender, or you can take an Anjali Mudra, cupping the hands one on top of the other in the lap. Yogi's choice, always. Let's spend a few minutes here just arriving in our practice, arriving from whatever we were doing before this. Starting to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you can't hear me, let me know. But I see the green bars at the bottom, so I'm going to assume everything is well. It's, I think, the first day of fall. I'm not sure if that was yesterday, but we are officially in a new season. As some would say, this is like the feeling of a beginning again. Perhaps for you, you're in a season of transition. So how can we apply that to our practice? How can we transition from place to place, on and off the mat with intentionality, with breath, with space, with attention? Because where attention goes, energy flows, right? And so if your eyes have been closed, start to open them up. Just take in the space, take in the light, take in the things, the many things. And then start to take a nice, gentle neck roll as the shoulders stay down into the back. Taking a deep breath in and out. Good, and then find your nice neutral spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. One more, just like that. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms together. Taking a deep breath in and out. We're tuning in, we're zoning out and coming inward. How can you take up space? Slowly release the hands. Good, good. Taking one hand down, reach the other arm up and take a nice side body stretch. And as always, if you want to play music, you can play that on your end. Ooh, and reach the other way. And we'll just do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. And slowly release. Uncross the legs. See if you can do it without your hands. Boop. And just like that. Good. Let's take a nice twist. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, opposite hand to the knee, look over. Just breathing, noticing how this feels, right? We do this a lot in yoga. I think it's something we can do every single day. As we're hunched over our laptops more than ever. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. A little less movement than normal, right? We're not traveling as much to go get lunch or go get that coffee or visit our friends. So even these simple movements have many benefits. Good, and then inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together. And then you're going to open up your legs, a little different today. So finding your straddle position, right? In dance, we would call this second position. Excuse me, that was my reminder to sign on to YouTube. Finding your nice straddle position, knees up to the sky, toes up. And then we're just going to kind of hang out here for a little bit. So bringing in a little bit of the element of yin yoga, opposite of yang. Yang is what we are used to, a lot of movement, a lot of activity, go, go, go. And so today, just exploring hanging out in a few positions a little longer. Not a full-blown yin class, but a little bit of yin. And so with every breath, my body's going to start to open up. I can perhaps go a little lower, a little deeper. Maybe this block would serve me better underneath my forehead. Just notice and be with a sensation. I think that's why we all love yoga, is we are literally experiencing the benefits as we do it, right? It's forcing us to slow down, to notice, to be with the body and listen to the messages, right? So I'm getting a message right now that my left adductor is super tight, right? And I'm just breathing through it, being with it, knowing that I can go deeper if I choose to, right? And all about knowing our edge. Yoga is an easy thing to kind of just try to go further, thinking that it's safe. So just an invitation to move slowly. And then slowly walk it back up. So nothing too crazy, but definitely enough to feel something. Reaching the arms out to the side. Reaching side to side, tailbone into the floor. And then let's take a nice side body stretch. So palm down into the earth, reaching the arm up. If you notice, I'm not collapsing here, just opening up to the sky. Ribs are opening up here. Good, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, ooh, all the way. Breathing through. Listening to the body. And slowly come back up. Look to the right. Look to the left. Come back to center. Draw the chin to the chest. Still a nice tall spine here. And then inhale, lift up. Good. If that block is in front of you, slowly move it. And then slowly carry the legs together. All right, so I invite you to keep your knees slightly bent here. And I can keep my toes up to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Releasing the lower back here. If you want to bring the feet to the floor, you can. Slowly start to roll up. Take your arms up to the sky. Boop, and fingertips behind you. Press fingertips into the earth. Draw the elbows in. Lift up through the chest. I like to call this my Care Bear stretch, right? The little rainbows pulling out of my body up into the sky. And then release. Good. You're going to take opposite hand to the opposite foot. You're going to reach. I'm going to bring these fingertips back. I'm going to shift my weight up to you if you want to stretch the leg and lean back for a nice stretch in the back of the leg. The more that I lift up through this leg, shoulders down, lengthen here, the deeper the stretch. Good, and then slowly release. And then we'll switch. Other hand to the opposite foot, extend the leg, open up the body to the side, and reach those fingertips back. Nice stretch in the back of the leg. Good, and then release. And then we'll take butterfly. So knees wide, soles of the feet together. And take a nice forward fold. So here, you could take a block. I think we've done this before together. And rock forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Staying present. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and then slowly start to roll up. Remove the block if it's there. And then we're going to rock forward to our first tabletop. So you can cross the legs, rock forward in that normal way that we do in yoga. Hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Spread the fingers wide. Drop the belly. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Or cow, just kidding. Cow, wow. And then exhale, cat. Press away, round in the spine. Basic moves here, right? But so much good benefits. Inhale, lift up, cow. Exhale, cat. And again, cow. Cat. Gonna bring one leg behind you, square off those hips. And you're gonna take it cross over. And then you're gonna look over towards that heel as you pull the heel down into the floor. Nice calf stretch. Good, and then come back through table. We'll switch, extend the other leg behind you, square off those hips, press away from the floor, cross over, and then take a nice little calf stretch this side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. Back to table. And then we're going to take our lovely hip circle. So take your hands a little more forward. And then you're going to drop down into kind of an upward facing dog and then circle the hips all the way around, even through child's pose and all the way. Just noticing what you feel here in the hippies. Oftentimes, crunchiness, tightness, maybe you feel a little restricted. Good. And then meet me here in a child's pose, keeping your hands where they're at. You're going to claw your fingertips into the floor, rock forward, tuck your toes, and we're going to take our first downward facing dog of the day. So bending the knees, lift the hips up high, walk your dog. Shake the head, yes and no. Keep it nice and loose. Pedal the heels towards the floor as hips reach up towards the sky. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then lift through the heels, roll back into your plank. Pressing away from the earth, building heat, hanging out there for a few moments. Make sure y'all can still hear me. I think so. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hello, legs. Inhale, lift the right leg up nice and high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah hold. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah hold. And then bring that foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee, rise up to low crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together. Nice stretch in the front of that hip flexor. Bring that left hand down and take a nice twist. And then exhale, hands back down to the earth. Lift that back knee, step back to your downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Inhale, lift your other leg up nice and high. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. And then bring that left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee, low crescent lunge. Doing great. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together. Bring the hands down to the earth. Take your nice twist up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Feeling that stretch in that right hip flexor. Bring the hand back down. And then step back to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift through the heels, roll through the belly, meet me back in plank. Rock forward, drop the knees, take half chaturanga. Scoot through upward facing dog or cobra. And then roll through downward facing dog. Meet me there. Shake your head yes, shake it no. Keep your hips high to the sky. And look to the top of your mat. Step or hop your feet to meet your hands. Feet are a little wide. Grab the elbows, rock side to side. Ragdoll. Release your hand, shake your head yes and no. And then drop the hips slow, roll up through the spine all the way up to standing, meeting me in Tadasana. So if you're just joining us, all good. All right. So Tadasana, feet can be together or apart. Drive the shoulders down, palms forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Remember what we said about new beginnings and transitioning in between move to move. Finding something new, even though we've done it many, many, many times. Carving out space, taking up space. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift up, hips to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, standing. Exhale, palms together. 2 more times, building heat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms together. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Release. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. You got this. Exhale, this time, hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Yogi's choice. You can take chaturanga, dandasana, and meet me in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up nice and high. Exhale, bring the right foot through. Rise up to high crescent lunge. So front knee in line with that front heel, pull up in the front body. Breathing in, breathing out. Palms together, take a nice twist, turning to the right. Keeping your shoulders stacked over hips. Whoop, whoop, finding that balance. Coming back through center, open up. Cartwheel the hands back down. Step back to your plank. Option for vinyasa or downward facing dog. So you'll see me do variation of chaturanga just because of my shoulder. Okay, but if you have that in your practice, feel free to do it. Here we go, other side. Inhale, lift up. Left leg. Exhale, bring that left foot through. Rise up to your high crescent lunge. Find that balance. Scoop up in the front belly. Straighten that back leg. Breathe. I think I get more of the workout talking the whole time, right? Palms together. Twisting towards the left. And back through center. Twisting towards the right. Back to center, bring the hands back down. Step back to your plank, yogi's choice. For upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat, step or hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms together. Soften in the shoulders. Notice what you feel. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drive the hips back. Meet me in chair Utkatasana. Lift up through the front body. Pull up in the lower belly. Tailbone reaching down. Breathe. Imagine that your thighs are squeezing a block in between. I want to make sure you can see your toesies. Deepen in your seat a little bit here. Breathe. Feel free to lift the heels up for an added challenge. Added little balance. Let's hold there for 4, 3, 2, you got this. 1, release, forward fold. Ooh, good. Walk it out. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, palms to the floor. Step or hop back to your plank. Take chaturanga dandasana. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky, shoulders down the back. Make sure they're not creeping up towards your ears. And you want to draw the inside of your elbows up and forward. Okay? So what happens is we tend to sink our shoulders down, right? That's not good for us in the long run. So even though you are in a downward facing dog, you still want that feeling of the shoulder blades traveling down the back. Okay? So careful here. Let the neck be loose. Breathing here. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up nice and high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. And then rise up to warrior two. Pivot that back foot so the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Deepen in your warrior. You're going to have a tendency to want to rock forward. You want to keep everything stacked, right? So hips are facing the wide side. Reach forward, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle. Peel that front shoulder back. Back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Pivot that front foot to a nice wide-legged forward fold. Okay, so now I'm facing the wide side of the mat. You're going to take a soft bend in the knees and a nice forward fold here, allowing everything to melt. Feel free to clasp your fingers. Take a nice chest opener. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel free to release the fingers here. If you have a tripod headstand you'd like to do, feel free to do that. Making sure that your wrists are underneath those elbows. You have that nice 90-degree shape in the arms, right? Up to you. This floor is really hard for my head. And then slowly come out of it. Woo! Good job, my friends. Then cartwheel back to where you came from, to your lunge. I'm going to add some heat here. I'm going to pivot the knife edge of my left foot to the side for a nice side plank. All right, so yogi's choice, you can lift the leg up, you can stagger the legs, you can drop the bottom knee, right? And then slowly come back to your plank. If you'd like, for extra burn, take a vinyasa or skip it and go straight to downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat, step or hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms together. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. If you need water at any point, please feel free. I'm going to take some water. And we're going to repeat that on the second side. So I'm going to go the other side of my mat so that I can be facing you the whole time. You don't have to do that. Okay? Let's have some fun, right? I want to bring this element of play, of building heat. All right. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step or hop back to your plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Downward facing dog. Inhale, let's go. Left leg up nice and high. Exhale, bring the foot through the hands and then meet me in warrior two. Okay, so knife edge of that back foot parallel to the back of the mat. I'm not leaning forward. I'm nice and stacked. Front leg got that nice 90 degrees. Arms to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach forward. Take a nice reverse warrior. Should feel good. Exhale, extended side angle. Take the palm up. Forearm on the thigh. Reach up. Make sure you're not covering. Peel back. Everything peeling back towards the back wall. Feet pressing into the mat. Back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Turn that front foot forward. And release. Shake it out. Good. Turn your heels in. Whatever you know you need for goddess pose. So I'm a little bit wider so that I can drop my tailbone down. Reach the arms up. Exhale, tailbone down, elbows down, goddess. Nice and strong. Inner thighs wrapping forward. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Nice, strong, goddess. Exhale, shine the chest forward. 2 more. You got this. Inhale. Exhale. So strong. Body feels good, right? Inhale, one more. Exhale. Breathe here. Hang here for a second. Widen the legs, tailbone heavy, knees over toes. Feel this heat and feel this strength in goddess pose. And then exhale, release. Heel toe your feet together. Shake it out. Good job. So we're just hanging out for a second before we take it to the mat. We built a lot of heat here. So from here, I'm just gonna roll down top of the head first, all the way down. Maybe bend one knee at a time. And let's take one more. Clasp of the fingers behind the back and reach forward. Yeah. One thing with no music is you can hear me breathing in between everything. Exhale, release. Drop the hips down. And slowly get your tushy down to the earth. And then soles of the feet together again. And then notice how this feels versus earlier in your practice. If you want to do the same thing we did earlier, take that block underneath and peel forward. Just enjoying this for a second. Breathing through. You got this. Stay here. Stay present. It's so easy to get distracted, especially in our homes. Everything is so easily available for us. So make sure when you do this practice that you really honor your body, your time, and your energy. Don't give it to anything else. And then exhale, slowly lift up. Release your feet, remove the block. Good job. And then we'll take the knees together. Extend one leg down, sit up nice and tall. And then take that sole of the foot on the inside of the thigh. Turn, square off your hips. Inhale, reach. We'll take a nice forward fold. Good job. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Releasing the head here. And slowly roll up. And then you're going to turn towards the leg that's on the floor. And you're just going to walk it forward, kind of like you would in a downward facing dog. So this leg is still reaching that way, and now I'm reaching this way. Actually, here's a little better. There you go. Go towards your corner. And bring it back up. Lift up through the chest. Right, every time we do this, it's a nice reset for our scapula and our chest. Right, as we're probably hunched over most of the day. And let's switch. So other leg out in front, sole of the foot into the thigh, square off those hips. Doot, 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 doot. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Allow the shoulders to be the same level. Allow the hips to sink down and back. Don't be afraid to take big inhales and exhales. If anything, it's just helped me. Yeah, since I started practicing yoga, my inhale and my exhale are way longer. And I'm able to get into a deeper state of relaxation because of that exhale, right? So the exhale is calming down the parasympathetic nervous system. It's like the brake of our nervous system, as opposed to the sympathetic, which is our inhale, is like the accelerator. And so meditation and yoga with the emphasis on the exhale, it's why we feel more relaxed, because we're activating the parasympathetic. nervous system. So even if you did this like while you're working, while you're in a high stress situation, just coming back to the breath, be good for the heart. And slowly walk it back up. And then one more, lifting up through the chest. And then exhale, release. Sweet, my friends. Then from here, let's already go down to our back. So close the legs, draw the navel in, and slowly peel down. If you have a block or a pillow or a bolster, I invite you to grab that now as we take a supported bridge, okay? So if you have a block, you have 3 levels. You have your 1, which is the lowest, your 2, and then your 3, okay? You know your body. Oftentimes, I'm at a level 2. It's just enough where I feel some ease and some stretch. So I'm not going to place it right underneath my tush, but it's going to be right above the tailbone, kind of like where your belt would be in a pair of jeans. And then I'm going to just open up here. You can bring the arms to cactus. Try to open up space between the chin and the chest. And then if you feel inclined to do so, right, you can take your legs up the wall. You can literally take it up against the wall if you want, or you can just raise it here. So what we're doing is just getting blood flow back into the body. I always recommend this legs up the wall if you have a hard time falling asleep at night. Just good for blood circulation. See if you can close the eyes. Maybe roll the ankles. Flex and point through the feet. Doing great. The arms up, kind of like to act like a little dead bug. And bend the knees. And then exhale. Feet back to the earth. Inhale, lift your hips up, remove that block. See if you can hang here for a second. Pressing feet into the floor, inner thighs wrapping. And then exhale, slowly lower from the top of the spine, all the way down. Doot, doot. All the way down to the earth. Good job, my friends. Remove that block. Hug the knees into the chest, rock left and right. That includes your head, left and right. Good, extend one leg down. Can't get enough of this stretch. And then extend that leg up. Keeping the knee where it is, anchor the hip down in a way. Don't rush the recovery, I always say. This is just as important as the other stuff. Stretching, flexibility, that stuff is important as we get older. So every time, this is how I think of it, every time I do anything movement-based, it's like there's going to be an ROI, the ROI of my health. Bend the knee. That's why I think every time we show up, we should celebrate it, because it's really that easy to not show up. Right, so you're going to take opposite hand to the knee, extend the other arm out. Let's take a supine twist, my friends, allowing the knee to melt and the shoulder to melt. Soften in the jaw, and I'll stop talking for a few bits. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Awesome. Good. And then slowly start to come back through center. Easy with the back. And then bring your hips, oh yeah, underneath you. And then we'll get ready for the other leg. Hug your knee in, extend the other leg out. Nice stretch on the top of that hip. Shimmy the shoulders down into the earth. And then keeping the leg where it is, the knee where it is, extend from the knee. Pull anywhere but behind the knee for a nice leg stretch. Woo, feel a sensation in this calf. Never enough, I feel like, with stretch. And don't beat yourself up. Like, I think in my high school years, my leg was like down to here. I don't know if I'll ever get there again, but I'm okay with that. Right? It's just about feeling good. Bend the knee, opposite hand to the knee. Let's take that supine twist and look opposite direction. So this knee, we want it to melt into the floor as this shoulder starts to melt opposite. And then from here, continue that rotation towards the floor. For me, I'm going to have to shimmy back onto my mat. It doesn't matter where you're at. Bring the hands underneath you. Push back. Let's finish in a child's pose. You can take the knees wide. Rest the forehead. Rest the shoulders. Soften here. And slowly start to lift the head off the floor or wherever it is. And roll up to your seated, sitting up nice and tall. Nice tall spine like we did earlier. Allow the shoulders to melt. Let's just take a few breaths here. Just noticing how you feel. Don't ever underestimate breathing. Long inhale, long exhale. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together. Thank you for showing up today for yourself, for your people, for putting yourself first. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I'll see you again. Namaste. Thank you, fam. Thank you. See y'all later.